The American middle class is drowning. What was once the backbone of our economy is now struggling to survive. The gap between the promise of America and reality is wider than ever. Basic middle-class standards, home, car, vacation, are now out of reach for most. We're told to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, but most can't even afford the boots. It's a slow-motion catastrophe hollowing out our society. Today we'll break down 15 things the middle class can no longer afford and why the system is rigged against you. Homeownership was once the cornerstone of the American dream. Now it's out of reach for millions. The median home price is over 7 times the median income. Wages crawl while prices skyrocket. Corporations and private equity firms buy up homes, turning them into rentals. Housing is now a Wall Street asset, not a human right. Solutions exist, but do we have the will to fight? It's time to demand change. Can't buy a house? At least you can get a car, right? Not anymore. The average new car costs over $48,000. Insurance, gas, and maintenance are all up. Car loans now stretch 6 years. Auto loan delinquencies are at a 30-year high. Lose your car, lose your job, lose your income. The 2-car household is now a luxury. For most, it's a daily struggle just to get to work. When basic transportation becomes a luxury, the system is rigged. The open road now comes with a 6-year payment plan and constant fear of repossession. No system is more broken than American healthcare. It's not about keeping you healthy, it's about bankrupting you when you get sick. Premiums rise 3 times faster than wages. Deductibles are sky high. Even with insurance, families face impossible choices. Skip care or go into debt. That's the reality for millions. We're the only developed nation that tolerates this level of cruelty. It's a hostage situation, and the ransom is your life savings. Want to start a family? Brace yourself for the child care crisis. In most states, infant care costs more than college tuition. Daycares struggle, workers are underpaid, and parents scramble for options. There's no national public child care. We treat child care as your problem, not a national priority. We can do better, but we choose not to. The single-income household is extinct. 2 incomes are now required just to tread water. As more families needed 2 paychecks, prices for everything, housing, health care, education, rose to match. Now both parents work multiple jobs, but they're not getting ahead. They're exhausted, stressed, and have less time for family. The promise of prosperity from dual incomes was a lie. It's just more work for the same or less. We've doubled the labor, but not the reward. The system isn't just broken, it's predatory. The middle class is running faster just to stay in place. Nearly 60% of Americans can't cover a $1,000 emergency. A minor setback becomes a crisis. It's not about irresponsibility, it's math. Every dollar is spoken for before payday. Most aren't saving, they're going into debt to survive. No savings means no buffer, no risk-taking, no future planning. You can't invest, help your kids, or leave a bad job. You're trapped. Savings are the foundation of freedom. Without them, you're just clinging on. The system strips away your ability to build a better life. The American ladder is gone, you're just trying not to fall. Retirement was once the reward for a lifetime of work. Now it's a fairy tale. Pensions are gone, replaced by risky 401ks. Most can't save enough to retire. Social Security is under constant attack, fueling fear and uncertainty. The new plan? Work until you drop, then hope your savings last. It's a catastrophic failure of the system. The golden years have turned to years of anxiety and work. The dream of retirement is out of reach for most. Credit cards are no longer a convenience. They're a lifeline for survival. Americans use them to buy groceries, pay bills, and fill the gap left by stagnant wages. Credit card debt has topped $1 trillion with interest rates above 20%. It's a debt trap. You pay more for the basics, and the balance never goes down. The peace of living debt-free is gone, replaced by the weight of revolving balances. It's modern-day indentured servitude. The middle class is paying for the past just to survive the present. Cities once offered opportunity and culture. Now they're playgrounds for the rich. Rents are astronomical, upfront costs are crushing, and the middle class is locked out. Gentrification displaces the very people who make cities run: teachers, artists, firefighters. The result? Grueling commutes, lost community, and declining quality of life. The vibrant, diverse city is being replaced by a sterile monoculture of wealth. Urban living is no longer an option for most. The middle class is being exiled from opportunity. Family vacations were once a staple of middle-class life. Now they're a fantasy. Most can't afford even a weekend getaway, let alone a big trip. Even if you have vacation time, you can't take it. Too much work, too little money. The U.S. doesn't guarantee paid vacation, unlike other advanced economies. The result? Burnout, stress, and lost family memories. Rest is treated as a weakness, not a necessity. The family vacation is another casualty of a system that demands constant work. A trip to Disney was once the ultimate family treat. Now it's a luxury for the wealthy. Tickets, food, and hotels can cost a family thousands, more than months of rent. Disney openly targets higher-income guests, pricing out the middle class. The happiest place on earth is now a gated community for the rich. It's a perfect metaphor. Joy for the many is now reserved for the few. The magic is canceled for most families. Live music used to be accessible. Now concerts are a luxury. Ticketmaster's monopoly and dynamic pricing mean only the wealthy or lucky get in. Junk fees and algorithms drive prices sky high. The average fan is left with nosebleed seats or nothing at all. Music, once a communal joy, is now a stratified, anxiety-inducing transaction. Another piece of culture, priced out of reach. Sports brought communities together. Now, attending a game is out of reach for most. Tickets, parking, and food add up fast. Teams cater to corporate clients, not families. Stadiums are filled with empty luxury seats while real fans are priced out. Youth sports are also becoming pay-to-play, leaving middle-class kids behind. The community spirit of sports is being sold to the highest bidder. Another shared experience, lost to profit. Even staying home to watch TV is expensive. Cable bills are over $100 a month, plus hidden fees. Providers are monopolies with no incentive to lower prices. Cord cutting was supposed to help, but now you need multiple streaming services, each raising prices. The total bill creeps back up, and you're paying more for less. The internet is essential, but it's treated as a luxury. Even relaxing at home is a costly, complicated ordeal. Entertainment is now another financial burden. For the first time, younger generations are worse off than their parents. Millennials and Gen Z face more debt, lower home ownership, and fewer opportunities. This isn't about laziness. It's the result of decades of policies favoring the wealthy. Wage stagnation, rising costs, and a shredded safety net have trapped an entire generation. The American dream is now a historical artifact. What started with millennials is now everyone's reality. The middle class can't afford housing, cars, healthcare, childcare, or even savings. Retirement and debt-free living, out of reach for many. This isn't an accident. The system is designed to funnel wealth upward. Deregulation and tax cuts for the rich have hollowed out the middle class. The shame you feel? That's by design. It's not your fault. The first step is seeing the problem for what it is, a collective failure. Thank you for watching.